you don't wear brown and orange, you don't matter.
Let this be a reminder to you all. This organization will not tolerate failure.
Well, buddy boy, I want you to get excited here.
With the first pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Baker Mayfield.
Okay, listen up, people. I turn you clowns into a football team.
To the best fans, the most patient fans in the league, the Browns are going to win.
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
Kevin,
you got to pay attention, man.
Listen, nothing.
Inopportune time to be looking at your phone.
Don't listen. It was show oriented.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Listen, everything has gone incredibly wrong lately, so I don't know what to expect.
But we're on the interwebs.
I'm here. Are we working? Listen. First of all,
Maybe.
I just want to introduce. Look at our great new shot. Look at the new shot. We got the new studio up and going here. We made some things. I got a nice glowing sign here. Now I know the color looks a little bit off on that one. It's a little orange. We'll fix it. We're still dialing it in. That's what this bye week is all about. It's a bye week for everybody. We're dialing stuff in. Speaking of dialing in, we're gonna have somebody dialing into the show here momentarily.
This is gonna be problematic.
It's probably not gonna work at all. Listen, first and foremost, Kevin, can you explain to everybody what it was that happened last week while you were recording your B-movie 500-pound breathing man show?
I really don't want to talk about it.
Kevin's upset about it still.
I really am. So we're going to get way more detail than anyone on this show could possibly care about.
Okay.
But I was under the weather. I thought I had figured out a genius solution to still do the show.
Yes.
Mike was going to Skype into my house.
Yes.
I've got all the streaming setup stuff going, streaming, doing the thing. Throughout the whole show, looks to me like everything's going great. On my screen, I'm seeing the volume meters. I hear Mike just fine.
It sounded and looked great to me.
Yeah. After the fact, we find out that our viewers could only hear Mike in my microphone from the sound bleeding from my headphones. And you heard a whole lot of my breathing, which I would like to personally apologize to our viewer for. P-Dub, I know you, if you're watching, suffered through a whole lot of that. And to be fair, he tried to point out in chat that
things were
Mike
happening.
is really quiet. And I slapped some gain on Mike, thinking that would make things better. But then he was blowing up in my ears, so I turned him down in my headphones.
Down.
Which only made things worse for everybody.
Well, listen,
But here we are. Hopefully you can hear us both this week.
I would think so. I certainly hope so. I happen to, I'm not going to lie, like, my initial reaction was, what the hell? But then immediately, I could just laugh. I had no.
Your initial reaction wasn't what the hell. Your initial reaction was, man, we just had a great show.
Oh, because that's the thing too. The show went well. The show was a great show. We actually did a really, really impressive show. I was good with it. We had some graphics up that I was really, really happy with, and we put a picture of a show fan up. I don't even know if he's a fan or not. I'm saying that he is. Whatever.
He's a fan now.
He's a fan now. But it was great. It was a good show. And then later on, I find out that, you know what? No, it wasn't.
It could have gone better.
Listen, Kevin, we're like the Browns. I think that there was a lot of hype about us. And we've come out of the gate at 2-4. And that's okay.
I think we're 3-3.
I was just going to say, you know what? I was going to amend that to 3-3 because we've had 3 solid shows. Our bookends are bad.
Yeah, don't look at that.
1 and 6 are poop. Everything in between is pretty good, though.
And why you thought this was a week to clue in some of our coworkers about this show and tell them to tune in after that train wreck of a show, I'm not Really
Listen,
sure why you did that.
I'm just gonna promote. That's all.
That's all you can do.
That's all I can do. I'm just gonna tell people to listen. I'm gonna tell people to watch and keep going at it and stuff like that. So listen, that's what this show is all about right now. We're fine tuning some other stuff. And I was looking at my phone because I was gonna tell our guests to go ahead and call in and see if we can actually get this thing working.
Are you going to bleed my ears again when you do this?
I hope not. I think I turned it down. I don't
think.
Well, I mean, I don't know what these buttons do, Kevin.
That much is clear.
It's very, very clear. So while we're waiting for this call to come in, I brought the volume of the computer down here, by the way, too. So we'll see.
Appreciate you.
And we got a.
I appreciate you.
Oh, we got a new subscriber
subscriber.
Another, yeah. Look at that. We got things. I love a little Baker Mayfield down in the corner of the screen. It's so
I'm very proud of that.
I think that it's fantastic. It gives a good touch, good edge to the show.
Of all of the little doodads that I've made for this show, that is one I am most proud of.
And listen, there's been a lot of doodads, everybody. I mean,
we got our social media at the bottom so that you don't forget what they are.
Listen, this stuff is great. I'm for all of this.
3 cameras.
I like the third. I mean, this is one that I'm really, really happy with because I like this shot. I mean, it shows love. We got Bernie. We got the little Bernie bobblehead down there. We're seeing everything. We got some beers and stuff like that in the shot.
Bi-weeks and beers.
Bi-weeks and beers.
That's what the show's called this week.
That's all it is. So, yeah, that's what we're doing here. Listen, I said that eventually we'll talk about the Browns, and I guess we can get into some Brownie talk. That's what we do here, isn't it?
I mean, I suppose.
We talk about the Browns. Well, first of all, we're playing the Patriots.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Oh, he hit the wrong button.
A little bit.
All right, that's all right. Listen, we're playing the Patriots here. They're coming off a short week, and
maybe delete that.
We got a
Thanks,
chance.
there it goes.
Kevin's talking to himself.
Yep.
It's all right. Do you know you got it now? Are we dialed in?
Nope.
Still not dialed in?
Nope.
It's all right.
But you can continue.
All right. Well, listen, we are playing the Patriots, and here's what I'm thinking. They just dominated the Jets. The Jets suck anyway, though.
They do.
You know, Sam Darnold was seeing ghosts, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. If anybody happened to catch that one.
The man is not right.
Well, I mean, I think that people are beating him up a little bit too. I knew what he meant. He just meant that, you know, and this is something that we should be worried about a little bit.
Our spleens?
You're playing Bill Belichick, though, and you're playing a Bill Belichick defense, and he disguises things amazingly. And I just think that's oh yeah, get that beer. All right, there we go. He disguises his defenses so well that when a young quarterback sees that, it's confusing to hell, as all hell for him. And I think that he was seeing 14, 15 people out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There's only 12 guys on the field.
And move people around. No,
right.
exactly.
But he was seeing like 15 defenders, and he didn't know what was happening because that's what. And listen, that's what Bill Belichick does to you. And I'll be honest, it is a concern for me going into this game coming up because, I mean, if you're Bill Belichick, you're salivating at this game because Baker's he's been shaky this year, so you're going to try to rattle this dude immediately.
Oh, yeah.
That's my game plan if I'm Baker Mayfield. Or if I'm Bill Belichick going after Baker. So we'll see. I don't know if that's going to be the way of it. Hopefully it's not. I want to see Baker bust out, and I think that the Browns have a chance to do that. We are coming off a bye. We're well rested. We're getting our entire defense back. Our corners are coming back. New England is coming off an away game Monday night. They're on a short week. Now it is at home. It's at Gillette, but still. This is about as good of an opportunity as the Browns have to right the ship, get some things turned around, and start this. It's not exactly the second half of the season, but it does kind of feel like that. You know, we played 6, we got 10 left. We're just coming off that bye now. So this is it. This is our second half of the season. This is really where we want to jump on this and try to attack right off the bat. So. Well, we'll see. We'll see if the Browns can do it. What are you looking at over there?
No.
I'm looking at but I've seen you. Are you sure?
Things are good. Yeah.
Listen, folks, we're gonna probably be frequently coming off the rails here, and I'm okay with that.
That's what today's for.
This is it's a taco bye week. It's taco bye week. If anybody who watched the league, it's taco bye week right now. Yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're here. We're pressing buttons. Was everything going okay over there?
Yeah. No. I'm having some issues seeing the stream chat on my stream computer. So
I don't see this. I don't see the chat either.
You're not going to see it on that link because we're not using that service because that service was being a pile of garbage.
Oh, it's a bum link now, huh?
Yes. Well, for today. It won't
Okay.
be in the future, hopefully.
All right. Allegedly?
Allegedly.
Allegedly in the future.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody, if anybody's listening right now, if you're watching or following, please chime in and let us know that A, you can see us, B, you can hear us. If you can do those things, that'd be great. We actually have our social media coordinator present right now as well. So if you want to hit us up on the Twitters, or if you want to hit us up on what is that? I don't know. Is that Instagram you got up? Oh, we got Instagram. That's right. What are we on Instagram? We're the Barking Lot Show. We're at the Barking Lot Show, right? Yeah, look at us. We got Instagram now, people. We're branching out, everybody. I'm gonna try to get our. Oh wait, I just got a standby. Standing by from our here. Let me see if I can set this up for everybody too. Our guest, our call-in guest, is gonna be the former Barking Lot Show co-host, the original, the one, the only, illustrious,
the original and best.
The illustrious Matthew J. I don't know if he's actually gonna make it in here.
I'm going with the original and best.
Well, I mean, it's, he didn't have as many toys as you have. He's kind of salty that I had him shoved down in a moldy corner of my basement, audio only.
Well,
and now we have all of these.
I will admit, video is a bit of a step up.
It depends on how you look at it. I am not an attractive man, so clearly I'm built more for radio than I am television. So I'll leave it up to the viewers if it's.
You know who is a very attractive man?
Not you. that's not Big Mike. Big Mike is a very handsome man. You know what it is? It's that hoop earring that he's got in his ear that really sets it off more than anything else.
It really does.
It looks like Michael Jordan from '92 or something back there. I'm a freaking pirate. Why don't you guys tell me I look like this? You should make fun of me more to my face.
Michael Jordan's still rocking the hoops.
He does still rock the hoops.
He was just interviewed. He opened some new fitness center in Charlotte or something.
No, it was like a medical center. He donated like $8 million to open a medical center.
When you've got MJ money, you can do that.
Right. Well, he's a billionaire,
but still rocking the hoops.
Listen, when you're Michael Jordan, he could paint his face red and walk in front of the cameras and nobody would say anything.
Matthew J says it's not working on his end.
Oh, that's a shame. It just did, though, a moment ago. He was coming in. Let's see.
Did you hang up?
I did hang up.
Did you turn it off and turn it back on?
Should I?
I don't know.
I'm going to do that. Let's turn it off and turn it back on. That's how we're rolling here. We're trying things. Matthew, if you're watching, try to call again, man. I don't know how this thing works other than that. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out eventually. Figuring it out. And, is anybody giving us a hard time on the social media? Good. I'm glad. I'm kind of glad that nothing bad's happening right now. We're going to post this later.
It's also not our usual day and time. So
no, we're a day late and
$1 short.
But listen, there
it's
are things.
It's a bye week.
No one cares.
No one starts till Tuesday on a bye week.
Cheers. Cheers. All right. Cheers to the beer. All right. Social media coordinator Jessica is over there. We need to give Jessica a handle. She can't just be.
Reach on in there.
Barking Lot Babe.
The what?
The Barking Lot Babe.
Listen, you don't get to pick the nicknames. Okay, I'm the
I
show.
do.
Oh wait, hold on. I think we got it.
I thought you said it wasn't going to blow my ears out.
It's not. Hold on. I'm going to answer. Oh gosh. All right, hold on. I think. Let's
Caller,
check.
you're on the line.
That's my game plan if I'm Baker Mayfield.
Okay, listen, you idiot. Turn your radio down. Are you shitting me, man? How many times have we done this? For crying out loud.
Are you kidding me?
Are we up now?
Don't you owe me money?
Is this thing on?
You're gonna open with that? Don't you owe me money?
Are you kidding me? Talking to me like you actually have more than one listener tonight?
Listen to me. Thank you for being my first caller. I appreciate you. I appreciate, as Baker says, I appreciate you. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
How are you, buddy? How you doing?
I am absolutely fantastic. So listen, I have to ask you right off the bat, since you called in, what's it feel like as you make your triumphant return to the Barking Lot? Jesus, Jessica.
This is not a return. This is just a brief work out the kinks.
No, this is a return because you're here. You're back.
I'm not back, Mike. And nothing will ever be like the love we had here in Cleveland.
You're
in a
baby.
warmer climate.
That's all right.
I'm cold. You have a much better co-pilot than I ever could be for you.
No, see, he claims that you're better.
I will say that I would kill for his voice.
He's got
silky.
He got a great radio voice. He's a salesman too, so don't talk to him too long, man, because he'll steal your lunch without you even knowing it.
You'll give me your lunch and dinner.
Exactly. All right, so listen, let's hear it. What do you got for me? You got a question? You got a statement? What do you got, brother?
I'm going on the record with the great Shooter, who you need to get into your backstory on that.
The name?
Yeah, you have to go way back, and the amount of work you put in to even own the parking lot is pretty impressive. So you might want to...
It's taking some work. It's taking some time. Well,
You're like 15 years into the making of Shooter.
Yeah.
And you're finally...
It's going on 20.
Letting the world have it.
It's 20 years. It happened 2000 actually. So we're going on almost.
Shooter's almost old enough to drink.
Almost old enough. Absolutely, almost old enough to drink. It's a good point. Maybe I will explain a little bit of the backstory, not only the name, but how all of this came to be. That's a good story for the bye week.
It is a bye week. Maybe you should work into all the trials and tribulations you had to go through to just even be able to call yourself the Barking Lot. Like, what message board did this come from, Great One?
It started, believe it or not, it started on the Cleveland Browns website.
Well, here's the next half-hour contact for you. I got to go.
I'm not gonna, you've already heard this story anyway. You already know all this. We've been through this. Listen, let's cut to the chase here. Give me your pick for the game. What do you think's happening in this game?
I think the Browns win this game. And it's not a homer thing. It's the New England hiccup that keeps us on the map. And Baker is the second coming of Brady Quinn. I'm sorry. He's got the look.
Are you serious
he says
right now?
all the same things. I am absolutely serious. And the only reason we have who we have is because Dorsey said, if you want me to draft this kid, you need to give me all these other people. And Haslam said, okay. I'm telling you.
That's your conspiracy theory on it?
There's no way Dorsey picks this kid. He doesn't go from Patrick Mahomes to this kid. I'm sorry. He's overrated.
So you're done. You're one of the people's. You're done with Baker. Brady Quinn? You're gonna go Brady Quinn v 2.0?
Do you remember that draft? You were like, this was the greatest thing that ever happened.
Listen,
we got Joe Thomas and Brady Quinn in the first round and gave nothing for it.
Okay, listen.
Manziel, and now
you remember how
Baker
excited
kid.
the entire city of Cleveland was when we drafted Brady Quinn. That was a coup that we did, that we pulled off in order to get him.
How excited were we for Baker? We had to go 0-16 to get him.
Hey, listen.
Now, I'm not saying
I wasn't happy when we drafted Baker.
Better.
I wasn't happy with Baker. When we I was like, my first reaction was, are you freaking kidding me?
Yep.
I'm Baker Mayfield. Everybody else on the board, I'll be honest, I wanted Josh Rosen. I mean, I'm on record as saying that. I mean, from probably the 7th week of the season on, I was Josh Rosen. Give me Josh Rosen. I'm certainly glad we didn't take him because he's just flamed out in his second city. He just got replaced by Fitzpatrick. Come on.
Yeah, that's bad.
You did
on
call
a
the
winless team.
You called Teddy Bridgewater. You said we should have drafted that kid, but he'd be ruined too if we would have drafted him.
Listen, I don't know how he didn't get ruined. I mean, he bent his knee 870 degrees the wrong way. I don't even know how that guy can walk, let alone play football. That's ridiculous.
Competitively, yeah.
Well, I
but
mean,
seriously, Baker. I'm serious. He's going to be one of the most overrated quarterbacks.
You're killing me. And listen,
I'm sorry.
I listened to the Cleveland talk and stuff like that, and you're not alone. You're absolutely not alone. Oh, we got a graphic of it. It says on the phone, Matthew J. Look at us getting fancy. We're making things happen. I'm so excited.
Well, I had to turn off the stream because
it's just like being in the car. Like you can't call into a radio show when you're in the car because the first thing they tell you is to turn the radio down.
I'm a salesman. I had to
bait
you a little bit for the greatness that was.
Come on, Rook. Come on, rookie. Come on, Rook. You gotta know better than this, man.
You're lucky I even got an app to work on this iPad.
Listen, we're lucky that we're even on the air right now. I don't even know how that's working. We managed to make things happen. All right, listen. I listen to the Cleveland Sports Talk. You're not alone in the anti-Baker sentiment. I mean, listen. I'll say this. It's not like it's not warranted, okay? He has not played up to the expectation level that everybody thought that, he would.
But that's not just him.
No,
that's the whole team.
And that's my point, too, is that I don't, as an example,
OBJ hasn't played the way you thought he would.
He's got 11 interceptions this year, and I can name 6 of them that are not his fault. right off the
Right.
bat. 6 that are not his fault.
Seriously, he threw the ball
Right.
behind every one of those receivers. 3 of them weren't his fault.
But if it
Okay.
hits you in the hands,
And again, Matt, listen, we've done this. We've gone rounds on this. If it hits you in the hands, it should count. And especially when I watch videos all off season long and all summer long of OBJ and Landry doing this acrobatic, I'm going to pull the ball out of nowhere with my pinky finger and then spin it and still catch it crap. I want every ball that hits them in the hands caught. No questions asked whatsoever. The touchdown that he dropped, they hit him both in the hands, man. Both in the hands.
Dude, you know it's different in practice than in the game.
Don't care. Practice how you
Don't
play,
care.
baby.
I don't
Practice
care.
how you play, baby.
care.
I don't care.
I'm going to open another beer and tell you everything else I don't care about.
Exactly. You know my philosophy. I reject your reality and replace it with my own. That's how the world works for me.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't matter what you
It works
think
for me, too.
or what you say.
I see the water's the same down there as it is up here.
All right, let me ask you a question. What will it take for you to come around on Baker? Because, look, you know that he had a mesmerizing year last year. He did. Come on, dude. He set the all-time rookie record in 12 games.
In his defense, he doesn't. I think they complicated the offense for him.
I think they did, too.
I think here's the deal. If you look at his feet, he's scared because he doesn't even know what he's doing.
Agreed.
And
He's got happy feet.
And the receivers don't know what they're doing either because no one's calling him out on the sidelines. And you know every camera is on OBJ.
Yeah, you can.
Every one of them.
You can.
They're all looking for him to say, dude, what are you doing?
Well, let me ask you. Do you
Freddie
think that is a...
Kitchens
Yeah, and that's where I was going to. Do you think
Yeah.
that that's a product of Baker playing poorly, or do you think that that's a product of Freddie Kitchens kind of starting off the year outthinking himself? And we've seen a lot of Browns coaches do that. You know, I mean, we knew how we were buttering our bread last year, and we've gone away from it.
Yeah, no, I think Freddie Kitchens can't drive the train. He's like Romeo Cornell 2.0. Just can't do it.
Ooh, come on. He's not Romeo. Listen, I knew...
Really? Let's put silhouettes of them two next to each other
Okay,
and tell
they
me it's
may
not a
resemble
2.0.
each other physically. They may have the same body shape.
Okay, seriously, and I'm telling you, Baker and Brady right next to each other. It's literally we bought in the hype, we rebought the jerseys, we bought the tickets, and again, it's the same crap, dude.
Well, listen, you know what? Here's the thing, though. You and I disagree all the time, and 9 times out of 10, you usually wind up being the one that's right. And that pisses me off more than I could possibly tell you in words.
Because you overthink it, dude.
Because I should be right. I'm clearly smarter than you. There's no reason.
that is
Yes.
the most. I should
Yes,
be right.
you're
I
clearly
should be
smarter than
right. I mean,
You're clearly smarter than me.
and it's upsetting that every time you say something, I'm like, no, that's crap, and then it winds up being that you were right. It's just like, you know, drafting Trent Richardson's #1 overall. You know, it's.
Oh, you haven't even expressed that bet yet. That
Oh.
was like the second time I had actually got to have a conversation
Don't
with
I
you.
owe you beer for that or something like that? I don't know.
Don't you also owe him
No,
money?
you paid that. I was still drinking crap beer then.
Yeah, see,
you
I
paid that.
I
You
paid
did pay
bet.
that.
Well, I'm not giving
Yeah,
you your
it-
$50. You got to drive down here and get it.
Dude,
In your
we
12
already
miles
said-
per gallon Ford F-350
I'm telling you,
4x4
I'm overcompensating,
Super Duty.
bro. I'm overcompensating. You have a guy sitting a mic across from you that can see you overcompensating every minute of your day. I admit it. I just openly admit it.
You know what? I appreciate your honesty, baby. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you got to be honest. I want to call in again. I need friends, and if you won't pay for my friendship, I will just remind you that you owe me and get to call in.
You know what? I'm fine with that. I know you said you had a hard out time.
I do.
All right, so I'm going to let you go. Listen, I'm very excited that you called in. We'll definitely have you call in on future shows. We'll get you some more time, and we'll bring it up. We'll bring it up again, man.
I'll make maybe some.
Hey,
more
you guys are doing
professional
great.
on the phone
Seriously,
graphics.
way better than anything I could have put out there with you.
All right,
Seriously.
brother. I love you. We'll talk
right,
to you
take
soon.
care.
Later. Matthew J, everybody. Matthew J.
Our first caller.
Our first caller. Well, I don't know. You know what? I don't have my. I got the wrong computer. I don't have my soundboard on this one. I can't even play the cheer. I can't play the cheer.
We can toast that.
We can toast.
to the
We can
first
definitely
caller.
do first caller. All right. Woohoo! Yeah, there we go. Jessica over there in the corner. We got to come up with a name for Jess.
Yeah, and not of her own choosing.
I don't know. We'll come up with something fancy.
She has confirmed that audio is going out on the stream, though.
Oh, so we do have audio. People can hear us too. Okay, that's good. I'm so excited that the phone call thing worked.
That worked really well, actually.
Because now we can have other people
Yeah.
just calling on in.
And for the low price of fill in the blank dollars, there could be video.
Well, we need to get more. We need to get more stuff. Well, you know
We
what
need
we
need?
need?
more
We need a sponsor.
He's your sales guy. Why is Matthew J not working on
Okay,
the
yeah, that's a
sponsorship
good
side
one.
for
We should,
us?
guys.
Get him back on the phone.
The guy's like the number one sales dude in Cleveland, and I can't get a sponsor. I don't know. This is why I just do what I do.
This is why we're in your garage.
Do you see this space right here?
Dude, that is beautiful.
This is. Thank you. Thank
Very
you. I
nice.
appreciate this. This is handmade, labor of love here.
So
But
is
listen,
the table, though you can't see as much of it. But
this spot is for sale, boys and girls. This will be our main show
you need one
logo.
of those for sale by owners. Just slap that on there for now.
We're gonna put. I don't know what I want to put up there. Like I'm thinking like a Browns helmet, or I'm thinking like if we get a logo, we'll get a nice logo. Not that we don't. I know you're upset. I'm not saying
we have a Fabicon. We don't have a logo.
Yeah, okay, we got that. We'll get that up there. Something I don't know.
You know where else we could put a logo?
On Big Mike. On Big Mike. All right. Yeah, so we're working on that. We'll get some more. Having the video up there of the Skype would be fantastic as well. I'm excited about that. So at least we got the calls in, so we know. Listen, mark that off. I really want my soundboard right now. I want the cheering. I need my cheering sound.
I think now that we know where we went wrong last time with the Skype video and audio, we'll get it right next time.
Okay, and I would like to say real quick too, one more thing as Matthew J is on his way out, because he was talking about Baker Mayfield. Matthew J has a real bad heroin problem, and he smokes crack as well. So I mean, he is hardcore drugs, big time drugs for saying that. No, he doesn't have a drug problem at all. I disagree with him though. I disagree. I don't see it.
I get where he's coming from. I do disagree. I understand where he's coming from, but I think it's too early to make some of those comparisons.
I think that he's like a lot of Browns fans, and justifiably so. We're gun shy. We've seen this before, right. And it's just we're programmed for this to just bail at the last minute because we see and we're like, oh, that's it. This is all over. Brady Quinn came out and he looked good the first few games, right. And all of a sudden he looked like Brady Quinn.
But this
is
week 7, and we've already had 2 shows dedicated to you talking people off of bridges.
That's true, and I
think part of it is the fan base and their expectations, and we've talked about that, in other shows too.
Again, though, what if the Browns finished this year like 5-11? Was everybody wrong, or was I wrong?
Matthew J does say he hopes he's wrong.
I hope he's wrong too. I do, but you know what? Again, I've said it. Him and I have talked about so many things, and he always winds up being right, and it's irritating. I will say this: he did want me to explain where the whole.
Let's give our viewers the story.
Okay, so I'll try.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, a long, long time ago. I'm not going to sing.
Please,
because that song.
Please do not. First of all, we'll get content strikes on YouTube, and that's a whole problem. Secondly, I don't want to hear it.
I don't know what you just said, but I'll sing. I'll sing everything from here on out. It's a musical on Beer and Bye Week. So here's how it started. It was on the Cleveland Browns website, had a message board. This is like 2000, by the way.
So when message boards were cool.
When it was still cool. Yeah, like 19 years ago now we're looking at. And it started, and I was working at a bar, and it was a very popular bar in Cleveland, and the name of the bar was Shooters in the Flats. Everybody just simply knows it as Shooters. So when I registered for the message board, my name was Shooters in the Flats, because I did it from work. I was bored one day, and it just stuck.
And you thought you'd just use the name of a bar for yourself.
I did. That's how I wanted to let people know. And then the next thing you know, other message boards sprouted up, and I kind of started following a chain. And Shooters in the Flats just got shortened to Shooter, and that's how everybody wound up knowing who I was. And then we wound up going to, everybody kind of congregated at a website called dogbones.com, which was run by the original owner of this show.
I do remember you mentioning Dogbones.
Yeah, we were on Dogbones for a number of years, and there was another gentleman by the name of Jim. He ran the Barking Lot, and at the time he was doing a fantastic job. It was just a podcast back then, but he had players on the show, and he was doing regular interviews, and it was something that was fantastic. And then some things kind of happened, and Dog Bones unfortunately came to an end, and then by proxy the show came to an end, and then we moved to another website, and I got the idea one day to try to resurrect the show and bring it back. So I contacted the original owner, and he gave me his blessing and his permission to start the show. He said, go ahead and do it. So we did it, and that's when Matthew J. and I fired it up 3 years ago, I want to say. I don't know. I'm looking at Jessica like she was there. She has no idea what I'm talking about.
No, none of us do. But that's okay.
No, but that's how that happened, and then now we're here again. And so this is like version 3.0 of the Barking Lot. New people, new websites, new everything. There's still some of us on ClevelandBrownsFootballTalk.com. You can go there and talk with, Soup.
You're losing me.
Soupy, come on, baby. You got to get it together when you're debating me. You got to get it together. I need to talk you off the ledge more than anybody else. So, but yeah, so that's the short. I guess that's a short version. There's a really, really long version that I could probably spend another hour on, as Matthew J. alluded to, but I don't want to go into that.
As his name magically popped up on screen there, but nobody saw that.
Nobody saw that. I didn't see anything. I don't even know what's going on there. How about here? You know what? Here's the thought. Since our social media coordinator is sitting there coordinating things,
she's tweeting. By the way, if you're not following Barking Lot Show on Twitter,
you should.
You need to be. She's put out some quality.
There's things that are happening.
Some quality content.
Is there any chance that I could ask you to hand me a beer while you're there? Is that wrong? Is that out of bounds? Is that? I can't.
So we just call her Beer Wench.
I was gonna say Beer Wench sounds like a great name to not name you.
You need to wait till you get the beer.
I know, but
you say that.
She can hear you, man. Don't spill them now. Simmer down. Can I have that Miller? Can I have that Miller? So angry. There's anger involved. All right, listen, Kevin. Do we have my graphic? Do they have the graphic of my picks?
Oh, hold on. I'm trying some other stuff right now.
Oh, Kevin's pressing buttons again now.
Yeah.
We're trying things here on.
We'll work on that.
Beers
later.
and bye weeks.
Your picks? I think we got some picks.
Such a great graphic.
There it is.
All right, I'm 3-3.
You're 3-3, and so are we.
Yeah. So are we. Hey, listen. We're not terrible. We're going to finish strong. Listen, we are absolutely going to finish this year strong. We got the Skype going. That's got me more excited than absolutely anything in the world. I'm excited going forward. We got good volume and everything. The studio is looking good. Everything's looking good. Everything's sounding good. Things are fantastic. But listen, here's my season record right now. I'm 3-3. We got the Patriots on the road. Kevin.
What?
I'm picking the Brownies. I'm taking the Browns again.
Okay.
I'm taking the Browns.
That's 2 weeks in a row you've picked the Browns over the Patriots. Because you did say it last week, too.
Yes. Now, here's why. I alluded to it earlier.
I love that we can hear these being opened.
I know, it's great. We need a beer sponsor. That's what we need more than anything. Those are the guys with the money. The dollar bills, y'all. I'll put a Great Lakes Brewery sticker up on this wall. I don't care. We can lose the graphic now.
Yeah.
Because, people are just staring at the graphic.
I had to wait till I had my beer day.
Listen, I think that we're going to catch them. The timing's great. Again, we're well rested. They're coming off a short week. They're on the road. I know they just waxed the Jets, but now they actually have to. Here's what I'm thinking of. The Patriots, while they are 7-0, they've played garbage teams.
They've played nobody.
They've played
nobody.
Miami. They've played the Jets. They've played Arizona.
We talked about that.
They haven't beaten anybody.
No.
I'm
not in a resounding way either.
I don't want to take anything away from the Patriots. They're the defending Super Bowl champions. They're undefeated. I get it. They're a dynasty. They have Brady. They have Belichick. Their defense is playing lights out,
But who cares?
And everything else is old stuff. This year, they haven't been challenged, and I think that this is going to be the first time that they're going to be challenged. Right. I think the Browns are going to legitimately give them a challenge. And I don't know how they're going to react to that. Now, they're a veteran team of all veteran teams. I'm sure that they know what that feels like.
That's me accidentally pressing buttons again. Don't worry, everything's fine.
But I think that we have a very good chance of just taking care of it. Taking care of business and getting it done.
Yeah.
not resoundingly. We're not going to go in there and stomp them in Gillette. It's not going to be like, 35-14 or something like that.
But it's something you could squeak out.
But I think a 38-28 or 31-28 win is definitely something that can be pulled off.
Yeah.
One score win, we can hang with them, and that is something that can really turn the tide for the Browns, because now after this, and you saw that graphic up there forever, we get to play garbage for the rest of the year. We play the Bengals twice. We play Arizona. We play Miami. We play these teams that
play Steelers without Roethlisberger.
Or who knows if even their second stringer is going to be back. Now they had a bye week this week. I would assume at this point, because it was just a concussion, but he had his clock cleaned. So we'll see. Hopefully he's all right. Mason Rudolph. Hopefully he's fine. But yeah, that could really set us where we get us going, get these things rolling as the season continues on into the second half and rolls towards the playoffs.
Right.
So I'm excited for that. I'm looking forward to that. My one thing that I want to see more than anything, of all of the things that we've talked about up until this point, I want to see better play from our defensive line. I think that we have had a lot of hype from our defensive line. We got Sheldon Richardson in. There was all this talk about bringing in Olivier Vernon. We have Larry Ogunjobi. They were supposed to be really stepping up, and they haven't up until now. We've seen flashes. Myles Garrett's tied for the league in sacks. That's awesome. That's fantastic. I'm pumped about that. But I haven't.
But one man a defense doesn't make.
I haven't seen that just standout performance. And one of the things that really jumps at me is Tom Brady, for all of his greatness and for everything that he is a statue. He is a 42-year-old statue in the pocket, and we should be able to savagely wreck his game and rattle him. And if there's ever a game for us to be on the same page and really put it together and establish what we're going to be doing going forward, now's the game. Because these are the defending world champions. These are the Super Bowl champs. If you can knock them off at home and get things going forward, oh man, now you're talking about it's almost a brand new season at this point. And that could really get us going. I see you feverishly going again. Do we have?
Nothing feverish.
I thought there was some problems there.
No fevers. I have a bad memory, so I had to look some things up. So to your point about Tom Brady, he is on my fantasy team, as we've discussed.
He is.
Also beat Adam this week. So Adam.
Mr. Orfinger went down to Kevin. Oh, that's so depressing.
Not a particularly good showing for either of us, but neither here nor there.
I lost.
W is a W. It has gotten to the point of the season where I have, at this point, on Tuesday, I have said I am going to start Kirk Cousins over Tom Brady.
Over Tom Brady? You're going to start Cousins over
He's
Brady?
He's outscored Brady the last 2 weeks on my bench.
Oh, and that's terrible. Well, here's the thing, too. Like, everybody's talking about the Patriots. Oh, they're insurmountable, this and that and the other thing, how well they're doing, how well they're playing.
They've played nobody.
Well, and it's not just that. It's been because of their defense. Their offense has not really been good at all. They have been anemic. If you look at, Tom Brady has been what's he been doing in fantasy? Because it's been a lot of nothing.
Like 3 weeks ago, he got me 3.4 points.
You can't do that.
He should be scoring 34 points.
And that's what the Browns need to jump on. They need to seize on that. It's a tall task. And
definitely.
Bill Belichick is going to try to make Baker Mayfield see ghosts too. And it's going to be incumbent upon Baker, but more so Freddie Kitchens, like we were just talking about with Matthew J. Stop overthinking. You know how your bread's buttered.
Yep.
Stick with what is working. Get rid of all these slow, long developing plays. Work in some screens. Work in some dump offs. Get some good short couple steps. Get the ball out. That's what works. That's what we can do to be effective. And you have to be effective in that manner against that Patriots defense, because they're going to come at you, and the longer you're back there looking at what they're doing, the worse it's going to get for you. Especially as a young quarterback. He's not. This is Baker Mayfield. He's not Drew Brees. He hasn't been around for 17 years and has seen every look that every NFL team. This is the first time he's going to see a Bill Belichick defense, and more than likely, it's going to terrify him.
Well, and you've seen how he gets happy feet earlier in the season.
Yeah,
we talked about
exactly.
Step up in the pocket, don't scramble. Step up in the. I don't know how many times you've said that. Over the course of 7 weeks here, that he's just got to step up,
Get the
and
ball
trust
out.
his receivers, but. I think you're right. I think that's going to be one of the keys. I think the Browns' defense playing better also going to be important. But I think
Do we have a question?
You're also right.
We have questions?
Hold on.
Oh, we have a question?
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
I'm
Let's.
getting there.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I had a thought to finish.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you off. I got all excited. I was thinking.
There is a good question.
What's the question? Who
let me
asked
finish
it?
my thought.
Oh my God, your thought.
I'm ADD, and with the beer, I'm going to forget it. My point was this is a catch game for the Patriots for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
They remind me a lot, and this is going to bring up some painful memories to talk about. They remind me a lot of the Badgers. This happens to them.
Oh.
So last week it was Illinois. Normally it's the game against Northwestern. I don't know what it is about the state of Illinois, but the state of Illinois always has a gotcha game for us.
Well,
this year it was Illinois, a team we were
that's
supposed to beat by
referred to as
35.
That's referred to as a bugaboo.
It is a bugaboo. But I think that the Patriots could also have one this year this season.
By the way, on a 20-second timeout, talking about your Badgers there, real
do
quick.
we have to?
Not only did they suck it big time last week, but now it's going to be a double dip because they're getting slaughtered this Saturday. Because that's just. It's done.
No.
It's
as Ohio State, the last thing you should want to face is a pissed off Badgers team.
Oh no, I want it so bad. We're just gonna destroy you. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get to the question on social media.
This is gonna be a Baker planting the flag.
I don't know what that
out
is.
of the Badgers.
Okay. Oh, we got two questions.
We're getting there.
We're getting
social media is yelling at us because
social
we're not
media.
getting the question.
Okay, what's a good question?
It's they're both from P-Dub.
Okay.
P-Dub, thank you for tuning in again. By the way. We were talking fantasy. I took us on a tangent there. That's my bad. But we'll ask your question as well. He's asking if he should drop Tyler Boyd.
Listen, I am the worst person in the world to ask fantasy.
Just look at his record.
Advice from. My record is putrid. And
because you drafted all Browns.
Listen. Number one, Myles Garrett is like one of the number one scoring defensive players in all of fantasy, so that's a solid choice. Okay?
And the rest of them?
Nick Chubb has totally been producing. He has. He's been getting me points. He's solid, baby. He's up there. It's Baker and Odell that are really letting me down, and I'm hoping that improves. I'm hoping that improves. So listen, I don't know. I don't know really how to answer the question. I don't even think that Tyler Boyd is relevant though. I mean, he's just not that good of a player anyway. I mean, what is he doing in Cincy? He's on a winless team.
I think that's part of his question.
Yeah, I guess, I mean...
What is anyone doing in Cincy?
No, but I mean, I guess if you're asking that seriously, sure. I mean, get rid of him. I mean, A.J. Green isn't even doing anything in Cincinnati this year. So, yeah, you can get rid of that dude. That's
it's getting to the point of the season. Now, everyone knew that the Redskins and Dolphins were going to tank.
Oh, what a terrible game.
I think Cincy is flying under the tanking radar.
Because you know what? No one cares about Cincinnati.
Exactly.
They're the
Washington and Miami, they're high-profile markets.
Cincinnati's
in the armpit of Ohio, and nobody cares.
Oh, it's not the armpit. It's barely even Ohio. Well, it's mostly Kentucky.
You're not even going to claim it.
We really don't
the
like to.
In Kentucky, right?
Yeah, something. There's a lot. It's Kentucky. It's Kentucky. We don't really even like to discuss it. I'd rather take Dayton. Just give me Dayton.
But Dayton is in Ohio.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather claim Dayton as our own over Cincinnati. You know what I mean? Have you ever been to Dayton?
I've been to Dayton.
Yeah, go. It's fun. It's a good
I've been
time.
to a lot more of Ohio than you give me credit for.
All right. What's the second question? What's the second question from P-Dubs after his obscure Tyler Boyd comment?
This week's reminiscing question from 20 Years of Suck. Favorite amazingly sucky moments for the Browns?
Favorite? Oh, come on. That's another deep well that we could go to. I suppose the first thing that comes to mind is Brandon Whedon getting covered up by the American flag pregame. That was terrible. And then he proceeded to go out.
How did that happen?
You know how they bring like
also, that's a name I haven't thought about in
right.
years.
You know, like the huge the field size. Yeah, he got caught underneath it. Before the game, and like it was terrible. He got sucked up in the flag. They had to like get him out. It was a production, and he looked like a total idiot. And then he went out in the game and threw like 4 interceptions. He had a 0 rating. It was just awful.
One of those Jeopardy questions that the answer would be like, this team's player got caught under the American flag before they opened, and everyone would be like, oh, it's got to be the Browns. It's got to be.
That one's up there. The other one that pops into my mind right now is, and this is in the Wayback Machine, the Cleveland Browns. We signed LaCharles Bentley, he was from Cleveland, huge Cleveland product, Pro Bowl player. We signed him from the Saints, and when we got him, it was like, oh, the Browns are making some moves. We got us not just a Pro Bowl player, he was an All-Pro. Like LaCharles Bentley was the cream of the crop. He was up there. He was the top offensive lineman. And on the very first play of the very first practice as a Cleveland Brown, he tore his ACL and his MCL and his career ended.
Practice?
The very first play of the very first practice as a Cleveland Brown, he tore up his knee and his career was over.
Wow.
The first play of the first practice. Gone. Career over. I can tell you career-ending stories. We could talk about Chris Spielman.
P-Dub's offered up a couple of
okay, what's he got?
As well.
What's he got?
So the first one, he says the season that Dwayne Bowe played the whole year and ended up with less receiving yards than Tom Brady.
Somewhere over Dwayne Bowe, skies are
okay, we're gonna get content strikes for this, and we don't want those. They'll shut down the channel. Stop saying.
I think Dwayne Bowe got paid like $8 million per reception as a Brown that year, because his contract was like $24 million or something absurd, and he was terrible. It was the worst signing ever.
The other one he brings up, Kyle Shanahan's PowerPoint.
Oh, I forgot all about the Kyle Shanahan PowerPoint. You know what? I do remember this, but I can't remember the details of this. It was Kyle and this happened. He was our offensive coordinator. He gave a PowerPoint of to ownership of why somebody else in the organization sucked or something along those lines. I can't remember what it was. It was like a PowerPoint of why we should fire somebody, or Jesus, that one's going to stump me now because I do remember this. It was a big deal. It was a big deal. This is the dysfunction runs so deep in Cleveland.
Only you had something at your fingertips with the informational reach.
I don't have time to do this. I'm drinking beer. I'm getting, I'm starting to sweat now. I'm perspiring.
The other one he brings up, and I'm not sure if this is a follow-up or not because I'm not as well versed in Brown's history as you gentlemen are. It just says motorcycle accident.
Oh, that's Kellen Winslow. The Wild Boys, baby. That's Kellen Winslow. Before he became a voluminous sexual predator and offender and decided to go to prison for an incredibly long period of time, he also lost his mind and decided to, as an all-pro as well at his position, decide to become the next Evil Freakin' Knievel and completely shredded his knee in a motorcycle accident. And that effectively ended his career as well. He went from being
as motorcycle accidents are prone to do.
Well, yes, and he went from being a soldier to just being, I guess, a grunt, just an average guy who took bullets. It was absolutely terrible. Was that a horrible analogy? You don't like that, Jessica? Well, you can say it. You can talk out loud.
I'm tweeting really beautiful things about you right now.
Okay, that's great.
I can't wait for you to go through this Twitter feed.
Listen, I'm excited about it. This is, I think, because we have volume and things are working, I think this might be our best show now.
This is clearly this is by far our best.
Because there's no plan and we're just pushing buttons and dicking off. We're already at like an hour too. That's crazy.
You say this until you see the Twitter feed.
Okay, is it bad or good?
No, it's
so good.
The ones I've seen are hilarious.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's all that matters then.
again, if you're not following Barking Lot Show on Twitter, do it now. Click the button and go.
I feel like I'm not privy to an inside joke. It's upsetting me greatly.
There's a few.
Okay.
Again, if only you
I'm
had
hosting.
the internet in front of you.
It's so good.
I literally have it right here. Hold on. I just clicked this thing right here.
No, that motorcycle story ruining careers made me think of the whole Bobby Petrino.
Kyle Shanahan's PowerPoint is better than Shooter's. I don't even know how to make a PowerPoint. Jesus.
Oh, that right there is sad.
I did it in college, but that's didn't matter. I'm not reading the Twitter feed right
no,
now.
you should definitely be reading the Twitter feed.
Don't take it. Well, definitely don't take fantasy advice from me. That's.
Well, that's legit. Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Why do you have Tyler Boyd on your team though? That's the most. That's the worst question. All right. So Kevin.
Yes.
How are we wrapping the show up today then? I made my pick.
I have no idea.
I made my pick. Let's get the Brian Zabo Apparel logo up for our unofficial sponsor of the show.
You want a little Zabo on this camera?
Oh, looky.
That's how fancy.
That's how fancy.
That's how fancy.
Now just imagine, Mr. Zabo, if your logo was here, if your logo was up here, and we'll probably do it for probably T-shirts. We'll do it for T-shirts. Kevin wants an XL of the Scottish Hammer. I'm just throwing that out here.
That's a fact.
He wants a Scottish Hammer shirt, and he's not even a Browns fan.
Nope.
He's a Packers fan, and we're gonna get him wearing Browns gear. I'm just saying, throw that out there.
It's AFC, so it doesn't matter.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
See, because I kind of follow the Panthers. I mean, I guess.
I don't.
See, because I mean, I don't know. It's the adoptive home, I'll follow. I don't care. Like if they lose, I'm like, meh.
I follow Atlanta more than I follow the Panthers. I don't know why.
Oh, see, I don't. That's like a rival.
For them, yeah, not for me.
And the Falcons suck.
They do. Well,
it's bad this year too. I feel bad for Brants.
You know what I love about it though is that the only thing Atlanta has going for it right now is MLS, and that makes me very happy.
All right. We're not going to talk about soccer on this show, though, because I have a no soccer rule.
60,000 fans average for a home game.
I'm sorry. I thought you were saying something relevant or that somebody cared about. What was that? Yeah, I heard you were mumbling. It's not. I heard things though. It's impressive. It's impressive. Listen, the Browns sell out, and they won
like that
5 games in 3 years.
That rivals English teams. I'm just saying.
All right, that's cool. Listen, I want to know what everybody thinks about the set. Tell me what you think. How things looking in here. Got the brownie elf behind me.
He spent a lot of work on it. He would like you to stroke his ego and tell him that.
No, I don't want. No, that's not true at all. It's just I'm.
Well, no, you did spend a lot of time on it.
I did spend a lot of time.
It does look very nice.
Thank you. That's.
I bust your balls about it, but it looks very nice.
We're working. We're making improvements. We got the 3rd camera up. We're gonna have more. I like it. We got to get them to match more. They're not.
Yeah, I'll invest more time in that.
Aren't you a television producer, by the way?
No.
You're not. I thought that's.
Why? No.
I thought that's what you do professionally.
This is a webcam. How good do you think I really am?
Well, clearly better than me.
No, we'll invest more time into that camera when
we get a beer sponsor.
Yeah.
Okay, beer sponsor. We need more sponsors. What's that one? What's that one, Jessica? Go ahead, just blurt it out.
Is this who?
That's Zabo Apparel. Yeah.
That's Zabo Apparel.
That's our unofficial people.
Yeah, that's him. That's
we're
him.
about to tag them in a tweet. So
tag him. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Tag him.
I did.
Bring him, because he's a great guy. He's got great stuff too. Sell more shirts. More Zabo Apparel.
We should own that camera first, I think.
We should what?
Own that camera first. Am I saying that out loud? Are people still hearing that?
We can own that camera if we want. I think we own it right now. I think we own it. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, we've made our picks. We've plugged our official, unofficial sponsors, and I think I'm good. I think we can call this a success.
This was a good therapy session.
It was good. It felt good.
This was really. It felt very good.
It's. You know what? I hope the Browns feel just like this. I hope the Browns, because you know what? It washes the stank out of the previous couple weeks out of the mouth, out of the palate. Kevin, can you do me a favor real quick before we go? Can you lean really close into that microphone and just kind of breathe? Can you do your breathe? I just want to hear that guttural.
No.
It sounded like you were eating yogurt for an entire hour. It was terrible.
I sounded like a 6,000 pound man.
No,
it was disgusting.
It sounded like you were eating yogurt while running stadium stairs for an hour.
Now,
just the whole time.
I want to say
just
this.
yogurt and stadium
As
steps.
painful as that was for our two viewers to listen to, I went back after the show tried to clean it up in post and had to hear it even louder. And just for 2 hours, just going back and trying to clean it up and edit it and
listen for the people that listen to the show and watch the show, you were so
both of them.
You were so upset.
I really was. I still am.
You're so upset, and it ruined your day at work. Oh, and I couldn't help but just laugh because I'm a dick.
My arm was all fat and swollen from the Hornet, and
it was so bad.
Big old, it was bad.
All right, well, listen, boys and girls, I think that's going to do it. We're going to let you go. We got one more social media quote. Is that what we got?
Just make sure you follow us on the Twitter because I need a name. And we're going to do a poll.
Oh,
that's a poll is a great idea.
It's already on the Twitter.
Is Beer Wench available on that poll?
It's about to be.
No, they have to submit the name, and then we'll put it in a poll.
Okay.
Yep.
So submissions.
I'm doing it now.
You act like I didn't do it 20 minutes ago.
Submissions
I'm
all around.
submitting my suggestion.
No, yours doesn't count.
Why not?
He's
you're gonna pick
the executive producer. Absolutely.
Beer Wench.
All right, let's end the stream first, and then we'll commence shenanigans.
We'll say goodnight from here. Good night.
All right. Good night, everybody.